Welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 10, The Effect of Extremes. Our learning goal in this lesson is to see how statistics change with the data. You have two learning targets for this lesson. As you go through the lesson, these are the keys you want to pay attention to. By the end of the lesson, you should feel comfortable saying, I can describe how an extreme value will affect the mean and the median, and I can use the shape of a distribution to compare the mean and the median. So as we go through this lesson, remember, these are the two things you want to be paying attention to and be able to pull out of each of our practice problems. We have one vocabulary term, and that is statistic, a quantity that is calculated from sample data such as mean, median, or MAD, mean absolute deviation. Put simply, if I have a bunch of numbers, so in sports, maybe how many home runs somebody hits each year, then I calculate something such as the mean or median of all those numbers. That calculated number is the statistic. Our first practice problem tells us to select all the distribution shapes for which it is most often appropriate to use the mean. So I want to point a couple of things out here to start with. Notice all in bold letters. That means there can be more than one correct answer. So you need to check every single answer to see if it makes it true. And also notice we are talking about the mean. So it is only appropriate to use the mean when the shape is symmetrical. So as we go through each of these choices, we want to think, does that shape mean it has to be symmetrical? If it does, then it is appropriate to use the mean. If that shape could be non-symmetrical, then it is not appropriate to use the mean, and we would use the median instead. So, choice A is bell-shaped. Remember that bell shape starts in the middle and goes down and out in both directions at approximately the same rate. So a bell shape is automatically symmetrical. So that means A is a correct answer. If you see bell shape, it is appropriate to use the mean. Now choice B, bimodal. Now bimodal means there are two results that show up more than any of the other results. And in a lot of the examples of bimodal that they give us, they are symmetrical. But they do not have to be symmetrical. You could have two peaks over on the right side and then no peaks on the left side. So while bimodal could be symmetrical, it does not have to be symmetrical. Therefore, it is not necessarily going to use mean. Choice C, skewed. By definition, skewed is non-symmetrical. Skewed means we have the majority of our data points on one side or the other with a tail going in the opposite direction. So because this is non-symmetrical, we will not use the mean. Choice D, symmetric. By definition, it is symmetrical, and we would use the mean for anything that is symmetrical. And the last choice is uniform. Remember, uniform means you have the same amount of data points for every entry from left to right. So because you're going to have the same number of data points throughout, then this will be a symmetrical shape. And because it will be symmetrical, we would use the mean. So remember, going forward, any bell-shaped, any symmetrical, any uniform, you are going to use the mean and not the median. If you have any questions about how to use the shape of a distribution to determine which measure of center you use, please use class time to ask for clarification so that you are prepared moving forward. Our next practice problem: for which distribution shape is it usually appropriate to use the median when summarizing the data? So, this time we want to know about the median. Use median when the shape is non-symmetrical. So as we go through these choices, we want to know that they are going to be non-symmetrical. Choice A is bell-shaped. Bell-shaped starts high in the middle and slopes down and out in both directions at roughly the same rate. So by definition, bell shape is symmetrical. So that is not the correct answer. Choice B is skewed. By definition, this means the majority of our data points are to the left or right with a tail going in the opposite direction. So by definition, skewed is non-symmetrical. So that is when we would use the median. We'll go ahead and check the other answers. Choice C is symmetric. If we're looking for non-symmetrical, then we couldn't possibly use symmetric. And choice D is uniform. By definition, uniform means we have the same amount of data points all the way across the shape. Therefore, it is going to be symmetrical, and we only use the median when it is non-symmetrical. So in this practice problem, skewed is the correct choice. So looking at that first practice problem and this second practice problem, remember that your learning target was to be able to use the shape of the distribution to determine whether you would use mean or median. You use mean when you have symmetrical data. You use median when you have non-symmetrical data. If you have any questions about how to use the shape of the distribution to determine which measure of center you use, please use class time to ask for further clarification so that you are prepared moving forward. Our last practice problem: the number of writing instruments in some teachers' desks is displayed in the dot plot. Which is greater, the mean or the median? Explain your reasoning using the shape of the distribution. So, what we need to notice is that the majority of our points are over on the right side, with a tail going to the left. So, this shape is skewed left. Remember, the direction is the direction of the tail. Now, what happens if we count our points? We have 14 points. So our median is going to be halfway between 0.7 and 8. So right here at 9.5, we have our median. Now, what happens with skewed data is that the mean follows the tail. So, if the mean follows the tail, the mean has to be less than the median. So they wanted to know which is greater, the mean or the median. The median is greater than the mean because the mean follows the tail to the left. So this was your other learning target. You needed to understand how the mean or the median were affected by the shape of the distribution. When the shape is symmetrical, your mean and your median are going to be approximately the same. But when the shape of your distribution is skewed, your mean is going to follow that tail. So if the tail goes to the left, the mean gets smaller. If this tail had been going to the right, then the mean would get larger. So remember that the mean follows the tail when it comes to skewed shape. If you have any questions about anything we've covered on Lesson 10, please use class time to ask for further clarification before we move on to the next lesson. That way you're prepared.